Okay, so I just wanted to make this video. I don't care about the views. I'm leaving those last two videos I did up, the one with the 8 views and then the one with the 1 view, just so y'all can see my point of how they're tampering with the views or whatever. So I'm just clearly showing y'all exactly what they're doing. When you start, at first I think it was like, I always knew that somebody was controlling the views and stuff like that. And I kind of went back and forth with it because I was kind of like, it's other people that do secret trends. Sorry, it's other people that do secret transgender videos, and I was sitting up there wondering like why their views not being tampered with or this and that, and it's other psychics or whatever that I used to go to, and they would say before that their views had been tampered with, if somebody did something and they broke a magic spell. I don't know how they able to do that. I just know that they're doing it. When you say they, you mean when people say they, if whoever trying to get smart, talking about who is they, nigga, the devil or whatever. People that have the demonic spirit in them that's trying to stop you and come against you or whatever. So we'll just say that anybody who's trying to be sarcastic, it's a guy named Chief Handler that did that one time on my page. I heard somebody's coming talking about who is that or whatever. Nigga, you're part of them. You're the devil. You're taking your time out to try to pester somebody or whatever. Anything that you're doing to purposely try to hurt somebody, the devil is working through you. We've all been there before, some worse than others, but we've all allowed the devil to use us in some type of way or whatever. So when people say they, that's what I'm talking about. They, the devil, his spirit or whatever, jumping at people, making them do silly stuff. And somebody, a reader or whatever, said that the people that be doing those little silly things, pouring things in the videos, be people that are big time people that are like, they have hundreds and thousands of views, millions of views or whatever, church leaders, people like that, they be doing it. But you talk about God or whatever, but you under a fake account making silly comments and putting porn links or whatever. I thought it was one of my ex-boyfriends doing it or whatever, which he probably could or whatever, but you never know or whatever. With whoever doing it, you just know they have a serious mental problem. Now, let me just say this. Okay. Now, I've heard through several readers, and somebody even posted on my page, but like I told you, I constantly delete stuff. Sorry, I'm sleepy. They said that somebody's planning on jumping me or whatever. Different ways I've heard it. One, I've heard I have an ex-boyfriend who mad or whatever that I love. I don't think it's the narcissist. I think they're talking about the Scorpio. But talking about I love and they mad. So they have a girlfriend and she has a lot of issues and they keep on telling her stuff about and this is several readers that told me that they plan on jumping me. Some girls they don't know you, just hating, doesn't like you or whatever. She's mad because her man is obsessing over you, so she wants to hurt you. Like, whoo, like I said, to a certain extent or whatever, it's kind of like you hear stuff like that and you're happy that you hear it. But then to a certain extent, it's like, I don't want that drama over here. That's why as soon as something comes, like somebody type of silly comment, I try to shut it down and eventually I ignore it. Once I check a person or say my point of view, I try to ignore it. But all it, I don't like no drama. That's why gang stalking bothers introverts in the highly spiritual people on a whole nother level than it would bother an average person. The average person will probably be breaking down. Me, it's just like I look at people like that, like they're freaking stupid. It's just like every time somebody follow me, every time somebody stop the views, every time I know they throwing black magic, every time they do something, it just shows me the true character of people, and it just sharpens me up spiritually in my discernment, and let me know don't put nothing past people. It's just silly stuff that they do. I showed y'all on that video the other day how they were gang stalking or whatever, and every time I leave, it's either a white car. First, it was just only a black car, then it's different cars that do it, and it's just like annoying or whatever. But when you look at that video, the first thing you're gonna say is, she's not getting gang stalked. Whatever. If you've never been gang stalked, you don't know about stuff like that. Me, if I know, one thing that really, really caught my attention when I first moved here is when I was leaving, it was the same black car, always coming out and always coming in when I look. Always coming. I don't really see that car anymore. Now it's just different ones, but they just do silly stuff. But I'm just telling you, and I'm not even gonna say please. I don't want no drama in my way. If whatever, this is the way I look at it, and I said this before in the video. Whatever a person got going on in their relationship, that's your personal business. You got that going on. When I was online talking about this stuff, I was defending my name because I was being gang stalked, lied on and stuff like that. So I got online and I told my truth. I told you before, a lot of the things that I posted as far as like, um, trying to figure out what's going on and telling the truth and stuff like that about that narc and stuff like that. I'm not talking about the Scorpions, I'm talking about the narc. When I was doing that or whatever, it was because they're gang stalking. That's why I don't like when readers be like, this person is happy and they're not. If the person is so happy or whatever, which that's your personal business, but I don't, that's not my concern whether you're happy or not. The point is the person was coming over here stalking and watching and sending people to watch me, even with the Scorpio X. It's like, I'm very, very smart. One of the things I read in my birth chart, I was like, how do I know some of the stuff I know? Besides, I know that I have angelic forces around me that surround me and protecting me and let me know certain stuff and want me to say certain things. And you could tell the way that I'm saying it, who's speaking through me, just like you could tell on certain readers who's speaking through them or whatever. Just the aura, the vibe, the way that they act and stuff like that, present themselves. Regardless of what people say, you can eventually see the truth of people. So we'll just say that or whatever. It's not down talking. It's not exposing. It's not kissing nobody's ass. It's just in general. You can see with your own eyes if you connect it who is real and who is fake. You can be fooled for a little bit and then the truth will be revealed. You'll see. Or just in general, that's who that person is. I was just saying, let me get back to what I was saying. Anyway, yeah, I don't like, my thing is, as a woman, and I'm not finna tell a person how to act. I'm just telling you, it's very, very low for another woman to try to destroy another woman because they with somebody that that they feel whatever you got to think about it like this too. Whatever lies a person tells or whatever, if a person is just so bad, if a person did this, if a person did that, and you don't know the truth, you skeptical. Look at the character. A person that is sitting up there lying on a person, even if you don't think they lies, a person that's leading people to gang stalk, that should let you already know what type of demonic person it is. Person that sit outside and blow horns and pester and stuff. And then if you've been following a person long enough, you kind of can see the true character of that person or whatever. You follow a person, even if you follow and you don't think I'm following, you can see the true character of a person. It's like people know. That's why it's no excuse. People know the truth of the people that gang stalk and they just choose to be evil. Because to actually sit and stop and think about what you did, it's like you would be really convicted. But I know I didn't do this for this many months. I know you have to go by a lie in your mind, thinking this person deserved this, or you have to literally put in your mind that this person deserved this, or this person is this type of way. That's why they're getting it. That's why I'm like, I went on there reading today, that Aries reading or whatever. Different ones resonate with me too, and I don't always post the ones that resonate. Talking about people laughing, you deserve it. Ain't nothing but devils or whatever. Who gonna sit up there and laugh at somebody that they left for dead and isolated and stuff like that? It didn't make up lies about it. So I said it's just there's nothing but demonic behavior. Once you get out of that confusion, because there's people that's going through that right now. They really sitting up there thinking that like, okay, let me just explain this. Because I hate bringing up that narcissist stuff, but I'm just going to explain it because there's other people that's going through this. Now, when you deal with a narcissist or whatever, and remember I told you they act like they're slow the whole relationship. They never been loved. You spend the whole time trying to go over and beyond. The demon in them who has a high intellect, demonic intellect, knows what you're thinking, knows you want to look out for that person. They're going to constantly make the person do stupid stuff. Just like that lady I shared on my page where she said, you're going to be thinking in your mind, the person just never been loved. They've been abused so bad and they need help and you're there to love them. Put that. Come on, man. Even if you sitting up there, they talking about forgive the narcissist and stuff like that. That's nothing but a test. You forgive him, he gonna betray you again. You forgive him. How many times did he betray you before? God not gonna send nobody in your life or whatever to hurt you or disrespect you or leave you for dead or whatever. He just wants you to wait. And no, it was a learning lesson. God didn't send him in your life. He allowed that person to come in your life. The devil had a plan to destroy you. God already knew God already knew the outcome. He knew that you needed to get yourself together. You needed to get stronger. You needed to level up mentally, spiritually, whatever. So we allowed that to happen. You learned a lesson from it. The lesson you learned from it is you learned discernment. Even if you didn't fully learn the lesson right after it, you learn more, whatever. God gonna keep on letting it happen, and you gonna keep going through it and through it and through it until you sit down and you realize that the devil, until you sit down and realize that you have to see your own self-worth or whatever. You have to see yourself through the eyes of God or whatever. You have to learn how to protect yourself. Everybody isn't your friend. So everybody getting gang stalked, it's not really no confusion anymore of why they're doing it. They're doing it because they're evil. Every day it's like I was like, I'm tired of trying to figure out why they blowing these horns. Why every time I leave their phone, somebody said that these people are trying to sex traffic or kidnap or rape and hurt you or whatever, or stuff like that. Because I was just like, I'm like, it's girls around here that be half dressed, whatever. I don't judge because I've dressed like that before, but I be like, why don't they stalk and follow them? They don't want to do that. They want people that are isolated. They don't really have no help or nobody to call or nobody really come around. They studying what they're doing is they're studying. They're watching. They're trying to make you feel intimidated. They do stuff like that because especially people that are truth tellers because they know you're gonna get online and you're gonna say something about it and then they see nobody's really coming to your aid and helping you or whatever. These people are very, very, very slick. I seen the cops. I don't know if the cops were over here. This was like wild big. I don't know if they were over here to because of what I posted online and they saw it or whatever. But these people are very slick. They see a cop car, they're not gonna. They already do it covertly, and I showed you on the video yesterday. And that was light. That's when it's light or whatever. Sometimes they do it 4 or 5 will pull out right when I walk out. You know, but I showed you guys before in that video, before when I was walking out, a car drove ahead, which means that they saw me when I first came down and drove ahead of me before the white car even came up. So it's like they just do silly stuff or whatever. And it's like I have a lot of common sense, and I have angels working through me, protecting me or whatever from a lot of evil. If I didn't have the protection of God or angels surrounding me, I would have been dead by now or whatever. All the stuff they threw out, and people who don't know about the spiritual world, like I didn't know about the spiritual world and Masons and Satanists and the stuff that they can do. The stuff that people can do that they tap into is very, very dark and demonic, and you don't know that type of stuff exists. You really can't protect yourself unless God is just protecting you until He reveals it to you. So the stuff that I go through, it's like I've learned how to. I'm slowly learning how to protect myself, stay stronger in my prayer, especially when you have different demonic people working against you. But you also have to get online and tell your story because other people told their story. I learned from it. I'm like, wow, and I can go look it up even more. So, yeah, it's a war out here. It's a spiritual battle. But yeah, anyway, I just want to say this to end this because I'm sleepy. Please don't bring no drama my way. I'm not finna fight over no man or whatever, all the other stuff. All that I don't do stuff like that or whatever. If you thinking about jumping somebody because you see your man is disrespecting you or you feel like he obsessed or you don't like that, take all that anger and that black magic and then jump and then do it to him because you should feel disrespected that you're in a relationship with a man and he keep bringing up his ex and men will do stuff like that to try to press you. Ain't no man gonna ever do nothing like that to me or whatever because it just even just in general me back in the day when I wasn't as confident as I used to be, it's a certain respect. Ain't nobody finna disrespect me like that or whatever without getting cussed out or old me would have put my hands on you or whatever. But don't ever let nobody disrespect you and try you like that. I mean, come on, it's like that's so people need to learn how to get their mind right and start focusing on the purpose for your life. If people would I don't mind people looking at my page. I want them to or whatever because you learn and stuff like that. But if you look at tarot cards and start looking into your own life and guidance, and then you do what God asks you to do, you never know what God has for you, whatever. God changed my life in a major way. I changed my life, and He gave me my old place. He gave me this place or whatever because I stayed faithful. Even though I lost it, my house and car dealing with that silly demonic narcissist or whatever, God saw to it that I needed help and allowed me to get this place or whatever. Even though I'm going through what I'm going through, it's like as long as I remain on my path and remain faithful, God is never going to forsake me or whatever. So we'll just say that. I just have to make this little late night video or whatever because you never know who He's there. I don't care about the views or whatever. I'm not here for no attention. I'm not here to, how do you say it? For clout or nothing like that. Because I would have been stopped a long time ago if you just want to really say that I was just looking for popularity. I'm on here just to share a message because you never know who wants to hear it. So I just want to get online and say that.